Hey everybody, it's Tyler Austin. Thank you so much for watching. So I'm just going to make a super brief video on how to replace the firing pin on your Smith & Wesson 5.7. Unfortunately, I had my firing pin break at 200 rounds, and when I was looking to how to replace the firing pin, I couldn't find any information on how you actually replace the firing pin because this is not a typical striker fired pistol. So, and how to get the firing pin out, it's a little bit different than it would be on your standard striker fired pistol like a Glock or like an M&P 9mm or something like that. So it took me a little while to figure it out, but I eventually figured it out. So I thought I'd make a quick video showing you how to do it, so that way in the event that your firing pin broke or whatever, you don't have to run around for a half hour trying to figure out how to do it like I did. So the first thing you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead and field strip the gun. Go ahead and just take the recoil spring and the barrel out too. I'm not going to do that here because I don't need to. But yeah, go ahead and just field strip the gun. So first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to pull your little back plate here off. It's not hard. All you have to do is take something thin, like a really thin tip of a blade or a screwdriver, something like that, and just wedge this out. It's just friction fit, so if you wedge it out, it'll pull right out. You just have to remove this in order to pull the firing pin completely out. Now, once you do that, the next thing you have to do actually is you have to unscrew the plate that covers your optics mount. Now, obviously, if you have an optic mounted to the gun, to the slide, you're going to have to pull that off, which sucks. But regardless, either if you have an optic mounted or you have just the plate on there, go ahead and unscrew that. And what you have to do in order to pull the firing pin out, I'm not going to do it here. All I have to do is show it to you and you should be able to get it. So what retains the firing pin in the slide is this little metal bracket right here. It's U-shaped and it goes around the back of the firing pin here, and that's what retains it in the slide. So when you pull this off, right, your optic plate cover or your optic, you're going to see a silver covered plate, retaining plate right here, somewhere around here. And what you're going to do is after you unscrew that and you pull it off, you're just going to take something thin, whether that's a little head of a screwdriver or whatever, and you're going to push that down. That thing's going to push down about quarter or half an inch or so. And at that point, the U shape of this bracket will clear the firing pin, and at that point the firing pin can come out. You might have to shake it a little bit to get it out, or you might have to pry it out a little bit depending on how dirty the gun is or whatever. But either way, once that bracket's out of the way and you push that bracket down, the firing pin will come right out. Again, you have to remove this too. Once you put in the new firing pin, it's the exact reverse. All you have to do is put in a new firing pin, push it in a little bit, and then you go on the back side where that plate is. At that point, it will be raised up slightly, and you push it all the way down. And at that point, the bracket will be retaining the firing pin again. Put your back plate on, and you should be good to go. Reassemble the gun, and you should be good to go. So that is how you replace and remove and replace the firing pin on your Smith & Wesson 5.7 in the event that you need to. Hopefully you don't need to like I did, unfortunately. But regardless, if you do, that's how you do it.